Okay, let's talk about that feeling. You know the one. You've spent ages crafting this perfect digital ad campaign. Maybe you even checked out rapidboost.net to get your social profiles looking extra sharp first. You hit launch, feeling pretty good.
High hopes?
Exactly. And then crickets. Or, well, maybe a few clicks trickle in, your budget starts evaporating, but actual sales, actual customers, pretty much nowhere to be seen. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone.
Oh, absolutely. That's a huge pain point we hear about all the time, and it's exactly what we're going to dive into today. We're really asking, why aren't my digital ads converting?
Right.
And our goal here in this deep dive is to get past the usual surface stuff. We want to unpack the common reasons online ads just fall flat and give you some solid, actionable fixes, stuff you can actually use based on the research we dug into.
Think of it like a shortcut, maybe, to figuring out how to actually make those ads work.
Yeah, a shortcut to better results. And
Yeah.
it's so important, isn't it, when you think about the scale? I mean, U.S. businesses spent over $264 billion on digital ads in 2023 alone. That's massive.
Wow, 264 billion. So when that money doesn't lead to actual sales, it's not just about the wasted cash, is it?
Not at all. It goes way beyond that. It hits team morale. It clutters up your data with clicks that mean nothing. It could even start to, damage how people see your brand if they keep seeing ads that don't deliver. It's a big deal.
Okay, so it's significant. Where do we start? What's the first big reason these ads might be failing?
Well, what's interesting is that it often comes down to fundamentals,
Yeah.
not some like super complex secret. And mistake number one we see over and over, it's having offers that are unclear or just frankly not aligned with what your audience actually cares about.
Okay, let's unpack that. Because you could have the most beautiful ad,
Yeah.
visually stunning, right? But if someone sees it and doesn't instantly get what you're offering, and maybe more importantly, why they should care.
It's dead on arrival. Yeah. The research we looked at really hammers this home. Relevance beats fancy design every single time. It's got to cut through the noise, speak to a real need or desire.
So what does this look like in terms of symptoms? How do you know if your offer is the problem?
Well, you often get what some people call curiosity clicks. The click-through rate might look okay, maybe even good, which feels encouraging at first.
Right, you think, oh, people are interested.
Exactly. But then the actual conversions, they're just dismal. Or you see really high bounce rates on your landing page. People click, arrive, and immediately leave because it wasn't what they expected. And often it's just down to vague messaging, amazing product or special deal.
Without saying what's amazing or what the deal actually is.
Precisely. There was this great case study, the Fumble, this fitness brand, running ads that just said special offer. Click-throughs were okay-ish, but fails. Terrible.
So the mystery of special offer got the click, but not the sale.
Exactly. People clicked out of curiosity, but then what is the offer? A discount. Free trial. Who knows?
Yeah.
Ambiguity makes people hesitate and they just move on. But then the study showed they changed the ad.
What did they change it to?
Something super specific. Free 7-day meal plan for busy moms. No purchase necessary. Very clear targeted benefit.
And the result.
Conversion rates quadrupled, 4 times higher.
Wow. Okay, that really drives home the power of clarity. So what are the actionable steps then? How do we make our offers clearer?
The research points to a few key things. First, be ultra-specific. Don't just say save on home insurance. Try something like save an average of $325 a year on home insurance, get your free quote in 60 seconds. See the difference.
Much more concrete.
Second, lead with the benefit. What's the win for them? Make that front and center. And third, think about the audience's temperature. Are they cold traffic, totally new to you? Or warm leads who already knew you a bit?
Right, you approach them differently.
Totally. For colder audiences, maybe start with a soft offer. A free guide, a quiz, something valuable but low commitment. Don't go straight for the hard sell.
That makes sense. Like you wouldn't propose on a first date, right?
Yeah.
Build some connection first. Okay, so clear offer check. What's mistake number 2? Where else do things fall apart?
Okay, so you've nailed the ad, the offer is clear, someone clicks, great. But that next step is critical. Mistake number 2 is having disconnected or just plain weak landing pages.
Ah, the post-click experience.
Exactly. One source used a great analogy, the leaky bucket.
Leaky bucket. I like that. Explain.
Your ad is the faucet, right? Sending potential customers your way. But the landing page is the bucket meant to catch them. If that bucket has holes, if the page is weak, all those clicks you paid for just drain away. Lost potential.
It's like seeing an amazing ad for a restaurant, all delicious food, and then you show up and the place is, I don't know, run down and the menu's different.
Precisely. You feel misled, disappointed, you're not sticking around.
Yeah. Definitely not ordering. So what are the signs our landing page bucket might be leaky?
Key indicators the research highlights are people landing and leaving immediately, that high bounce rate again. The landing page just doesn't match the ad they clicked. Maybe the design is totally different, the offer isn't obvious, the wording is off.
Okay, lack of consistency.
Huge one.
Yeah.
And then there are the technical culprits. Slow load times, especially on mobile, and layouts that are just clumsy or hard to use on a phone. Major conversion killers.
We've all been there, waiting for a page to load on our phone, getting frustrated.
And giving up. There was another example, the event registration drop-off. A company advertised VIP access pricing today only. Great urgency, compelling offer.
Sounds good.
But the click led to their generic website homepage, the VIP offer. Buried somewhere deep inside, you had to hunt for it.
Oh no. What was the conversion rate?
A painful 1.7%. Almost nothing.
Ouch. So what was the fix? Please tell me they fixed it.
They did. They built a dedicated landing page just for that offer. Headline matched the ad, visuals matched, super clear, mobile optimized, simple stuff really.
And the result?
Conversion rate jumped from 1.7% to 7.9% just by creating that seamless link between the ad and the page.
That's a massive improvement. So what are the core principles for making sure our landing pages help, not hurt?
3 big ones from the research. First, message match. The landing page headline, the main image, it should feel like a direct continuation of the ad. Reassure them they're in the right place.
Consistency. Got it.
Second, simplicity. Cut
Okay.
clutter. Remove extra links, navigation, anything that distracts from the one thing you want them to do on that page. Make the call to action obvious.
Focus their attention.
Exactly. And third, speed. Page load speed is non-negotiable, especially on mobile. That stat we saw, 53% of mobile visits are abandoned if a page takes longer than 3 seconds to load.
3 seconds, that's it. Wow. Okay, speed matters. A lot.
Hugely.
All right, so we've got clear offers, smooth landing pages. But who are we showing these to? That feels like the next piece, right? Targeting.
You nailed it. Mistake number 3. Poor audience targeting and segmentation. It sounds basic, but so many get it wrong. As one source put it, everyone is not your audience.
It seems counterintuitive, though, doesn't it? Like, surely reaching more people is better.
It feels like it should be, but no. It's usually incredibly inefficient. It's that old spray and pray approach.
Yeah.
You just blast your ad out wide and hope some of the right people see it.
Like trying to sell, what was the example, snowboards in Miami in July.
Exactly. A total waste of money and effort. You're annoying people who have zero interest.
Okay, so what are the signs that maybe our targeting is off? How do we spot that?
You'll often see high impression counts. The ad is shown a lot, but really low engagement. Few clicks, hardly any conversions.
Lots of views, no action.
Right. Or the leads you do get are just wrong. People signing up who are clearly not your ideal customer. And another big one is ad fatigue. The wrong people seeing your ad again and again until they just get annoyed.
Yeah, that's definitely happened to me. Seeing the same irrelevant ad over and over, more likely to block it than buy it.
Exactly. It can actually backfire. But the good news is you can get much smarter about it.
How so?
There was this really good data insight case study, a B2B SaaS company. Initially, they were targeting broadly on LinkedIn, something like finance professionals, United States.
Okay, seems reasonable on the surface.
Yeah, but then they got really specific, micro-segmented. They changed it to VPs of finance at SaaS companies with 100, 500 employees, specifically in Boston and New York City.
Whoa, that is really specific. Down to the city and company size. What happened?
The results were pretty dramatic. Their cost per qualified lead dropped by 48%. And just as importantly, the quality of those leads shot way up. They were talking to the right people.
48% lower cost. That's huge. So how do we apply that kind of thinking?
Leverage the data the ad platforms give you. Go beyond just age and location. Dig into interests, behaviors, job titles, maybe even purchase intent signals.
Use the tools properly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And think about exclusions, too. Who do you not want to show ads to? Existing customers for an acquisition campaign. People in the wrong industry or location. Filter them out.
Good point. Save budget.
And don't forget retargeting. Showing tailored follow-up ads to people who've already shown some interest, that can be incredibly powerful. Nudge them along.
Okay, makes sense. So, clear offer, smooth landing page, smart targeting, we're getting there. But what about the ad itself? The actual picture and words, can that mess things up too?
Oh, absolutely. That brings us squarely to mistake number 4. Weak, creative, and unclear calls to action. Even if you nail everything else, if the ad itself is boring or confusing, people just scroll right past.
It has to grab attention in that split second.
It really does. The research shows people respond to novelty, things that feel relevant to them, and again, clarity. It needs to stand out and make it obvious what you want them to do next.
What are the common creative mistakes you see?
Well, things like using generic stock photos that just feel impersonal. Nobody connects with those. Or really dense blocks of text nobody will read. Uninspiring copy. And the big one? Vague calls to action.
Like, learn more, click here.
Exactly. They lack urgency. They lack a clear benefit. What happens when I click? Why should I? And a crucial point for video ads. Something like 85% of people watch Facebook videos with the sound OFF.
85%. Wow. So if you don't have captions.
Your message is lost for most viewers. You absolutely need captions.
Okay, that's a huge takeaway. So how do we make ads that do work, that grab attention and get the click?
There was a great split test surprise example, a pet supply store. They tested 2 ads. Ad A, generic stock photo of a puppy. CTA was shop our sale today. Pretty standard.
Okay. And ad B?
Ad B used a real photo of the owner's own rescue dog. Much more authentic. And the CTA was specific and urgent. Claim your free treat at our grand opening Saturday only.
I bet ad B won. The personal touch, the specific offer, the urgency.
You got it. Ad B outperformed ad A by, wait for it, 272%.
272%, just from changing the image and the CTA.
Incredible, right? Shows the power of authenticity and a clear, compelling call to action with real value.
Definitely. So actionable tips for better creative.
Use authentic visuals, real staff, real customers, real products. Optimize for mobile, think vertical or square images videos, easy to read text, definitely captions. And A/B test your CTAs constantly. Get specific. Book your free demo is better than learn more. Grab your bonus guide, beats, click here, test what resonates.
Test, test, test. Okay, so clear offer, great landing page, right audience, compelling creative. Is that everything? Are we done?
Almost. There's one more crucial piece, mistake number 5, ignoring the data and failing to iterate. You can't just set it and forget it.
Ah, the optimization part.
Exactly. Your first campaign, it's almost never your best one. The research is clear. Ongoing monitoring, testing, and tweaking are essential for success in digital ads today.
So what are the common ways people drop the ball on the data side?
Oh, several ways. Not setting up tracking properly is a big one. No pixels, no UTMs, so you don't even know what's working.
Flying blind.
Totally. Or judging performance way too early, based on just a tiny bit of data, making rash decisions, and focusing on the wrong things, those vanity metrics like likes and follows, instead of actual conversions and ROI.
Yeah, it's easy to get excited about likes, but they don't pay the bills, do they?
They really don't.
Yeah.
There was this e-commerce comeback story. An apparel store, campaign wasn't working, but instead of just giving up, they tracked everything, the whole customer journey.
And what did they find?
They found friction points.
Right.
Their sizing guide was hard to find and confusing, and the checkout process was too complicated. Little things, but they added up.
So they fixed those specific things?
Yep. They streamlined the sizing guide, simplified checkout, and that losing campaign became profitable within 2 weeks. Just by following the data.
That's powerful. Data telling you exactly where the problem is. So how do we build that test and learn habit?
First, tracking from day 1. Get your Google Analytics set up, your Facebook, Pixel, whatever platform you're using. Track conversions properly.
Foundational.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Second, be patient. Wait for enough data before making big changes. Don't react to every little fluctuation. Give it time to show real trends.
Get a decent sample size.
Right. And third, dedicate some budget specifically for experimentation. Systematically test different headlines, images, audiences, landing pages. Let the data tell you what works best. Don't just guess.
Okay, this has been incredibly helpful. We've walked through the 5 big mistakes. How do we pull this all together, like a practical framework for actually doing this?
Yeah, absolutely. Based on everything we've looked at, here's a kind of step-by-step approach.
Lay it on us.
1. Audit your current ads. Look hard at offer clarity, landing page match. Find the high-spend, low-conversion losers.
Okay, find the leaks.
2. Refine your offers. Talk to customers. What do they really value? Focus on benefits, not just features. Make it crystal clear.
Got it. Benefits first.
3. Improve the landing page experience. Cut distractions. Ensure that message match. Make it fast, especially on mobile. Smooth the path.
Seal the leaks in the bucket.
4. Tighten your audience targeting. Analyze your best customers. Where did they come from? Use microsegmentation. Talk to the right people.
Be specific.
5. Upgrade your creative. Use authentic visuals. Write clear, compelling CTAs. Test everything. Make it stand out for the right reasons.
Authenticity and testing.
And finally, 6, analyze data constantly. Iterate in short cycles. Don't be afraid to pause things that aren't working. Adapt quickly.
Be agile with it.
That's the core of it. It's a continuous improvement loop.
That's a fantastic framework, really clear. It feels like the big takeaway is moving away from just hoping ads work towards being much more deliberate and data-driven.
That's exactly it. If your ads aren't converting, it usually comes back to these fundamentals. Unclear offers, disconnected landing pages, poor targeting, often made worse by weak creative and just not iterating based on results.
So the message for everyone listening is stop hoping for conversions and start engineering them. Take these fixes, apply them systematically.
Right. And a great place to start is using that 6-step framework we just went through. Use it like a checklist for your own campaigns. Where are the gaps? What can you improve right now?
So here's a final thought to chew on. Your next winning campaign, the one that really moves the needle, it probably doesn't require some magic bullet. It likely starts with making one single thoughtful fix to one of these common mistakes we've talked about today. Focus on clarity, relevance, and optimization, and you can turn those frustrating results around.
Absolutely. Small changes can lead to big wins.
And remember, as you're working on getting that attention and refining your campaigns, if you need a boost for your social media visibility to make sure your great ads are seen, resources like rapidboost.net are out there to help amplify your presence.